Imagine living in a place that has been stuck in darkness for 16 long years, no electricity, just total blackout, while it feels like the government has turned a blind eye. That's been the reality for the people of Ehugbo in Ebonyi State. The hashtag RestoreLight in Afikpo has been echoing through the town as residents plead for the government to step in and end their suffering. But here's the good news. Change is finally on the horizon. Curious about why this issue dragged on for so long and why the government seemed to ignore Afikpo's cries for help? Well, stay with us as we dive into the story, uncover the reasons behind the delay, and explore how the government is finally taking action. You are watching Ebonyi People TV, and we've got all the details you need.
Keep watching Ebonyi TV.
They are very, very good people and they are doing good.
Please, I want to urge you to keep watching Ebonyi People TV.
Ebonyi TV is the best. All right, people. Well, I don't see them now.
It's a place you be where you get a current news and undiluted news.
Keep watching Ebonyi State TV. Not all that die. If you touch, if I come on remote, I'll come back for that remote.
Now, let's dive into the story of Afikpo, a town that's been in the dark for more than 16 years. Yes, you heard that right. 16 years. This isn't just any town. Afikpo is the second largest town in Ebonyi State after Abakaliki, home to notable figures like Akano Ibiam and a place with rich history and scenic beauty that could make any tourist's heart skip a beat. The town is also known for its hilly sites and natural sceneries that serve as stunning tourist attractions. But despite all of its glory, Afikpo has been living in darkness, literal darkness. Now, let's rewind to earlier this year. During the APC campaign for the Ebonyi South Senatorial Zone by-election, Governor Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru made a bold promise to the people of Afikpo. He vowed to bring back the light. It wasn't just an empty campaign promise, he seemed genuinely committed to the cause. January to this time is almost 8 months. Why is there still no light in Afikpo? Then, on January 28, 2024, something significant happened. The Ehugbo Traditional Council, led by the respected Right Honorable Iduma Igariwe, paid a visit to Governor Nwifuru. The council, representing the voice and concerns of the people, brought up the pressing issue of the ongoing darkness in Afikpo. Once again, the governor assured them that he would restore electricity to the area. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The very next day, without wasting any time, Governor Nwifuru put his money where his mouth was. He didn't just approve a budget, he approved a whopping sum of 208,613,425 naira to bring back electricity to Afikpo. This was the exact amount proposed by Honorable Oluchukwu Ukei Ezeali, P. Noble, who represents the Afikpo East State constituency at the Ebonyi State House of Assembly. The governor didn't cut corners, he approved the entire bill down to the last kobo. But wait, there is more. Governor Nwifuru didn't just sign the check and call it a day. He handed the project over to the Ministry of Power and Energy, headed by Commissioner Dr. Peter Oge Ali. Fast forward to March 15, 2024, and we see the Deputy Governor and the Commissioner for Power and Energy kicking off the installation of transformers in Afikpo. This move was seen as a significant step in the right direction, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. The work is still ongoing. Now, if you think that the governor's efforts stopped at Afikpo, think again. Governor Nwifuru has bigger plans. He's pushing to restore electricity not just to Afikpo, but also to Eda and the entire southern zone of Ebonyi State. To make this happen, he's been putting pressure on the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to finish the Amasiri substation, which is 95% complete. This substation has a 2x 60 MVA 132/33 kV capacity, enough to power the entire southern senatorial zone of Ebonyi State. But as with all big projects, there are a few bumps in the road. The Amasiri substation was designed before the Chuba Okadibo Airport was built, so the power line was supposed to pass through the area where the airport flyover is now. This little hiccup means that the Transmission Company of Nigeria needs to reroute the line, which requires approval from the presidency and additional funding. Also, the original design didn't account for the homes in the path of the power line, so those homeowners need to be compensated. started. Governor Nwifuru isn't sitting idly by while these issues are being sorted out. He's also upgrading the Mile 50 station in Abakaliki. Currently, the station has 60 MVA and 30 MVA capacity transformers, but that's about to change now. A new 60 MVA transformer has been brought in to replace the 30 MVA one, which means the station will also have 2 times 60 MVA capacity. This new transformer almost got diverted to another state, but the governor made sure that didn't happen. And it doesn't end there. The governor has also managed to get TCN to move their 1 times 40 MVA 132/33 kV Mobitra, which is the mobile transformer, from Oka to Umuara, footing the bill to make it happen. This mobile transformer will provide direct electricity to the Chuba Okadigbo International Airport, among other areas. The aviation regulatory body has made it clear that the airport needs a steady power supply, and this Mobitra will ensure just that. It's also worth noting that this Mobitra was almost sent to another state a few weeks ago, but once again, Governor Nwifuru stepped in and kept it in Ebonyi State. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the governor's effort. He's not just focused on 1 or 2 projects. He's got his eyes on multiple targets. For instance, he's pushing for the construction of the 2 times 150 MVA 330/132/33 kV substation at Umuara, complete with a 64 km double circuit 330 kV line from Ugwaji in Enugu State. He's also requested Transmission Company of Nigeria to complete the 40 MVA Mobitra station at Ebonyi State University. So, what does all this mean for the people of Afikpo and Ebonyi State as a whole? It means that change is on the horizon. Governor Nwifuru has made it clear that he doesn't make promises he can't keep. If he says he's going to do something, you can bet that he's already figuring out how to get it done. And when it comes to the restoration of electricity in Afikpo, the governor is 100% committed. He's released the funds, he started the work, and is tackling every obstacle that comes his way. But let's be real, change doesn't happen overnight. People of Afikpo will need to be a little more patient, but the signs are there. The light at the end of the tunnel isn't just a metaphor, it's becoming a reality in Afikpo. The governor's actions speak louder than any campaign promise ever could. And if he says the light is coming back to Afikpo, then you can be sure it's only a matter of time. So, as we wait for the final switch to be flipped, let's acknowledge the progress that's already been made. Afikpo has been in the dark for far too long, but thanks to Governor Nwifuru's efforts, the darkness is slowly but surely being pushed back. The future looks bright already, and when that light finally comes back in Afikpo, it won't just be a victory for the town. It will be a shining example of what can happen when promises are kept and action is taken. So, as we wrap up on this enlightening journey through Afikpo's ongoing quest for restored electricity, it's clear that brighter days are ahead for this resilient town and the entire Ebonyi State. Governor Nwifuru's unwavering commitment and proactive steps have brought us closer than ever to flipping the switch back on in Afikpo. Thank you for joining us on this very important update, and always stay tuned to Ebonyi People TV for more stories, updates, and insights that matter to you and to us. We are dedicated to bringing you the latest development across our beloved state, highlighting the progresses, challenges, and triumphs that shape our community. And until next time, this is Ebonyi People TV, and see you in our next video. Bye-bye.